Good morning. It's going to be a particularly windy and wet day today with 2 yellow weather warnings in for us. We may see some localised flooding and travel disruption. As we see here, this persistent rain moving in from the west, strong to severe gale force for the Western Isles and Northern Isles and the west coast. And as the afternoon progresses, this band of particularly heavy and persistent rain moving through. Temperatures are on the mild side, but it will be a windy day for all. Now this evening tonight, that rain will become more showery, perhaps windy and higher.
I don't know if you can hear that. It's absolutely pissing it down. Just as forecast. Anyway, it's quite late in the morning now. It's probably about 10 o'clock. I woke up about 7. I've just been sitting reading. There's no rush today. I don't think, what I'd usually say is, if I leave it long enough, the weather might change, but I really don't think that's going to happen today, unfortunately. So I slept in this position last night. When you saw me go to bed last night, I probably had my head up there, but then I remembered a wee tip for you if you're doing car camping. If you're tall like me, I'm about 6'1", 6'2", it's much easier to sleep this way because I can put my feet in between the headrests of the chairs, and it just allows me to stretch out. And I slept pretty well actually. I must have sort of got to sleep half 10, 11. As I said, I didn't wake up till about 7, so yeah, pretty good. Anyway, so the plan is today, it really is wild out there. I've been listening to the radio today and there's a lot of weather warnings, a lot of the bridges are closed, a lot of the ferry crossings are cancelled, so I'm staying off the high tops and I've got a low level hiking, and I'm hoping to spend the night sheltered and out of this wild weather, but hopefully it'll be an adventure anyway. So I'm going to sit here for a bit longer, enjoy the heat and then get cracked on. But listen to that rain. Whoa. So up there, that's where I have to cross the river, and you can see down there, and certainly towards the bottom, there's a lot of water in the river today, unsurprisingly, but the river disappears, believe it or not. It just appears here. There's a big fountain, a big spring over there, I can see it bubbling out of, and the amount of water in it is really impressive. It must run in under the ground to this point and then just resurfaces due to the geology. Impressive, eh? Right, see if I can find somewhere sheltered to camp. Oh. There's the river, and the river bed. Not much in it. Yeah, must be a lot of water. I'll see the time of the years to scare this out like that. Not a drop of water. Well, apart from stuff falling from the sky. Oh, this bag's heavy. Got a lot in it today. So I'll just stop for a wee rest. It's still absolutely pissing it down though. Absolutely pissing it down, but I've not got far to go. If I spin round, you'll see the cliffs up yonder, and it's just beyond there where I'm hoping to get some shelter. So, a wee rest here before I get this pack onto my shoulders again. Oh, I'm feeling it today, I tell you. Whew, right. Need to get there soon.
The rain was incessant, but at least on this side of the hill it was sheltered from that gale force wind, and I was soon approaching my location for spending the night, a nice cave which would provide shelter and hopefully some warmth for the night ahead. I eventually got the tent up inside the cave, and I've got to admit it was quite a hard place to pitch the tent. There was a lot of hard ground and rock, so getting the guy lines in proved a bit of bother, a few rocks and a bit of adaptation, and I got the tent up and all set for the evening ahead.
I don't know if you can hear that, but it's absolutely howling out there. Just take a minute to listen to it. You can hear the wind whistling round. I was quite lucky. One of the reasons I chose up here was it's north facing, and the gale's coming from the southwest today, so it's giving me a bit of shelter. But now that I'm a wee bit higher up, I can hear it whistling around. Anyway, I'm glad I've got this cave. I'm not sure if I'd usually choose to camp here. Had the weather been better, I probably would have gone further down and camped beside the river, because it's a bit, yeah, it's not complete. It's quite a difficult place to pitch, put it that way. I wouldn't recommend it. But yeah, it's given me some shelter from this storm which is blowing by at the moment. So I'm a bit puzzled. I've got 2 hours of daylight left, so I'm going to get a coffee on just now, I think, and get a bite to eat, and then settle down for the night, and hopefully this mild, wild, windy weather passes over for the morning. Oof.
I had my coffee and I sat and watched the storm blowing by outside the cave. It was nice. I felt a bit warmer now as well, so I spent a few more hours lingering before deciding to go and do a little bit of exploring.
Right, I've had my coffee, warmed me up a wee bit, feel a lot better. I'm going to do a bit of exploring. There's a few more caves here, but I'm actually seeing what's down here in the back of this cave, so let's go and have a look. I'll look down here. Turn that up a bit, as you can see. This is the back of the cave. I don't know how far it goes actually, I've not been down. Oh, look at this. Quite low here, get a bivy bag in here. I suppose if it gets really wild I could retreat here, but I bet there's a lot of stone above my head, so yeah, and that's looking back out, so let's go out and check out some of the other caves, will it? Let's go. You hear the roar of the river and the wind's whistling over the top here. There's another cave up here, let's go and see. See what this one's like. I'll spin you round. There you go. Not quite as big this one, I don't think. Go down, Willie, have a look. That goes quite far back there. hole down there. God. Tell you what, got a lot of respect for cavers. Because they'd probably squeeze along there. That goes, I can't see how far that goes. That must be a good, at least from here about 10 metres. Wow. Anyway, right. Let's go back out. It's wild. That'll be a bit at the back. You could probably squeeze a thin person through there, but I fancy trying it. Right, we'll go over here and see this. I think there's another 2 caves here. Let's go and have a look. It's like a waterfall coming down here, look at that. Oh, right. Whoa. Jeez, oh, right. Looks like I'm gonna get a shower. Ah. Oh, right, here's another, this is a bigger one I think. Turn the light on. Look at this. Did think about camping in here, but it's a bit wetter. Look at this. This is doing quite nice actually. It's got a shower outside. See if there's any nooks and crannies. Oh, look at this, oh my goodness. Look at that. No way up there. Wonder if that leads round to another cave. It looks like there's some light coming through there. Could probably squeeze in. I'm not going to investigate now. Right. Oh, goodness. Oh, there's another bit at the back there. I'm going to get soaked again. Right, dash for it before I get totally drenched. Yeah, this isn't as much. Whew. There we go. Turn this down. Oh, right up. That's a different cave. You can see over there. I don't know if you can make it out. That's my tent. And it's got a waterfall going up the way over there beside it. Kind of blown in every now and again. Pretty wild though. Nice and sheltered here. Let's go back to the cave and try and warm up. That was interesting though. Ooh, right. Oh, dearie me. That was a tour of the neighbourhood. Hope you enjoyed it. Wow. God, I'm cold now. I've been out there. It's wild. Absolutely wild. Oh, I tell you, it's not warm. It's now, oh, it's just gone dusk. There's a bit of light out there now, but the sun's gone down. Not that you'd have noticed, it's rained. It's rained all day from the moment I woke up in the car till now, and it wasn't too cold earlier on today. There was a lot of rain, but it was quite mild. But I tell you what, I can feel the temperature dropping now. It's going to be a cold night. I've just kind of been, I don't know, I've not really done much. As you saw, I went and explored some of the other caves, and I don't think there was any chance of me camping out. I was going to camp out down next to one of the springs, but it was just so exposed and wet. This is the only place where I can get this kind of shelter. Anyway, I've just kind of been sitting and watching and almost listening to the landscape, the roar of the river, and depending on which way the wind howls round the side of the hill, it's really just, I can hear it now, and I think it's the river roaring below me that I can hear. It's been fantastic. And I've also noticed a couple of ravens. They've taken a keen interest. I've been sitting watching them, or they've actually been watching me to be more precise. So I'm going to sit for a bit longer. I've got a bit of whiskey. What have I got today? Oh, some tomatin, and then I'm going to get some tea and just enjoy this experience, I think. Oh, it's going to be a cold one though.
It was really cold, so I did something I don't usually do on wild camps and lit a fire. I had a fire burning log with me and also a wee wood burner to keep it off the ground, and it helped me warm up. It was lovely. I also put a bit of tin foil down later on to catch any of the charcoal to take back out with me in the morning. But wow, this was a great way to warm up on a cold, wild evening.
Oh, I feel a bit warmer now. I was getting really chilly a wee while ago, probably the last time I spoke to you. And I brought a wee, I don't usually have fires when I go camping, but I bought a wee fire log, and I've also bought a wee sort of square fire pit which keeps the fire off the ground. And I found a wee rock over there, and it was lovely. Actually, it warmed me up lovely, so nice to have that. So I think I'm going to have some tea now. And believe it or not, the rain has stopped. I can see that there must be a moon, a full moon or a big moon somewhere, because I can see the clouds scudding by now, and a few stars in the sky. It's lovely. It's a bit atmospheric actually, and it's really quite sheltered here. I can still hear that wind roaring away, and as I said, the clouds are moving past really quickly. So I'm going to get some tea now, and then maybe have a wee play about the camera like I usually do, see if I can get any sort of night shots of the tent, and if any stars come out, that'd be nice as well. So lovely, something different, isn't it? Wow. Right, hopefully you can hear this, but I'm going to have to head. It's about 7:30, I was just chilling in the tent, and I just saw this flash. I thought, what the hell's that? I mean, the biggest crack of thunder, and I've just been hanging about outside to see if there's any more, and there's lots of flashes over to the west, so I don't know if you know this, but a cave isn't the best place to be in a thunderstorm, so I'm going to have to strike camp. Ah, that's a bit of a shame. And I was going to head back down in the dark to the car and spend the night in the car again. It's not worth the risk. Right, let's get this down and let's go. Time to go. I don't think I've ever struck camp so quickly. Right, just make sure I've not left it in. Right, time to go off this hill and back to the car. Bloody hell, scary. Let's go. No place to get a thunderstorm. Well, you can see that's the river that had no water in it. Earlier on, it's now filling up. Shows you how much rain's fallen. Oh man, hope it's not flooded further down. Ah. Oh man, well, I'm safely down. I tell you, I don't think I've struck camp so quickly. It's been a while since I've had the fear from the elements in the mountains, but I think it was the right thing to do. On the way down there was lots of more flashes. It wasn't too bad. I mean, there wasn't any torrential rain. It was raining a wee bit, but I could just see the sky lighting up all around me every 5 minutes or so. So it's a cave isn't the safest place to be in a thunderstorm. If lightning strikes above it or anywhere near it, it can channel the electricity through it quite well, and my tent was right at the entrance, possibly the worst place to be. So I didn't fancy a sleepless night just waiting to be fried. So yeah, I've come back to the car. It'll be another night over there. I'll need to tidy the car up again, and I'll see what tomorrow brings. But it's windy down here. It was nice and sheltered, all that. The reason I went up to the cave because I knew it'd be sheltered, and I certainly got the shelter from the rain and the wind. But yeah, on the way down I was getting blown about a wee bit, and that river as well, the river which disappears underground, and you saw when I went up there a few hours ago that riverbed was dry. When I got to it, it wasn't a raging torrent, but there was water flowing down it, so it shows you how much rain's fallen. Anyway, safely back in the car. I think I'm pretty well insulated from a lightning strike in a car, something to do with the rubber in the wheels. If memory serves me right. I should have stuck in at school a bit more. But anyway, I'm a bit disappointed. I was really looking forward to that, but hey ho, better to be safe than sorry. It was a bit daunting coming back down, watching my step down that rocky path, because there was a lot of water. I wasn't there was a bit where the path was really quite close to the river, which was raging away, and it was quite steep and slippery in places, so I had to take my time. So anyway, right, back at the car. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll need to see what my adventure is going to be, because tomorrow was going to be a nice easy day. Walking back down from the cave and the tent. The best laid plans. It's been a bit of a disaster, hasn't it? Elements 2, Moreno. Right. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. And I'll see you tomorrow, or next week, or whenever this video comes out from tomorrow.